itself. I mean, the traffic stop was exactly that. It was a traffic stop. The governor was actually cited for improper passing of a stationary public safety vehicle. You saw on the video what I saw. It was textbook. It was a clear violation. He passed a state trooper who was actually standing next to a vehicle. It was actually out. That's a safety thing.
Did you know that he was a former congressman when you stopped him?
Yeah, I knew the name. I knew who he was. He was not in public office at the time, and this was 3 years ago. And in January of 2008. It's a normal traffic stop. I handle that the same way as I handle every one of the traffic stops that I've ever done. Treat individuals with respect, even though they're violating the law. I have a job to do to keep the roadway safe and clear so people can get home. And that's the important part.
Have you had any reduction in your special duty assignments since this incident?
I can say that there has been issues with the state of Ohio. We used to have the availability to work with the Ohio Department of Transportation. That has kind of disappeared at this point. I don't know why. I know that there's been some issues through the state, but I'm not at the level to find it.
Do you think there's a connection between?
I have my speculation. I have my own opinion. There might be. However, it is what it is. I'm not going to be too upset about it. It gives me a little bit more time to spend with my family.
But it's not just you that's lost out on ODOT assignments. It's everybody on your crew, or it's you, or
no. I worked quite a bit. There's a lot of other officers. It was open to all 1,800 officers of the Columbus Division Police, along with Franklin County Sheriff's Department. Smaller jurisdictions that actually worked. To my knowledge, that affected everybody. It affected everybody, at least to my knowledge, in Franklin County. I don't know what it affected statewide for officers. That is, you'd have to check with each individual department. But that's my understanding.
What do you think of Senate Bill 5?
What do I think of Senate Bill 5?
Yeah.
I think it's disrespectful. I think it's plain and outright disrespectful. I know that, and I've been a police officer for 20 years, and I've been through the procedure with collective bargaining. And I know that the officers that are on our collective bargaining teams talk to our membership about what is going on and what the state and what the city are bringing to the table, and make concessions about health care and different things that affect the job. I pay for my health care. It's pretty simple. I pay a percentage for my health care. I don't pay the same percentage as a public citizen, but then again, I'm not working for profit. I'm a law enforcement officer. You can't compare public sector employees to private sector employees, because we're not out there working for profit. If police officers start working for profit, we call that corruption, and that's not something that we want in our division and anywhere in our field. We want to make sure that we take care of the citizens equally and fairly, and that's exactly what we do. And personally, I think it's a slap in the face to all firefighters, to all police officers, to all teachers who are out there on a daily basis teaching your children, protecting your lives. It's downright disrespectful.
Is there a link? Is there a theme, you believe, when you include the comment that was hurled at you and the new law? Is there a theme there?
I think it falls down to disrespect. I voted for the guy. I voted for Kasich. I believe it was a fresh start for the state. Had I had known that this is what was going to happen, I wouldn't have voted for him. It's actually a slap in my face. That not only is he attacking my profession, and he's attacking the profession of those who put their lives on the line on a daily basis, he's attacking the citizens of Columbus, or the citizens of the state of Ohio, by saying, this is good for the state. It's not good for the state. I think everything has already shown that attacking the firefighters, and attacking the police officers, and attacking the teachers doesn't do anything to save the budget. there's no cost to that whatsoever. Reducing our contracts, reducing our manpower, reducing the equipment that we have on the street, the safety equipment that we use, only hurts officers, only hurts firefighters. If a firefighter can't get to a fire or a structural fire because there's not enough individuals on the truck, then it's an issue. If a police officer, I already get calls on response time because we have a low amount of officers on the street. If I'm doing that right now, how is it going to be if issue 2 passes, where the citizens can count on less officers on the street because the budget cuts have to be made? We're all willing to come to the table. Officers have always been willing, the firefighters have always been willing to come to the table and say, look, we're willing to make concessions to make sure that our job and our citizens are taken care of. Police officers don't get into the job for the money. I didn't become a police officer for the money. I became a police officer to help my fellow citizens.
You didn't understand before last year's election that being a conservative Republican, John Kasich was not particularly union friendly?
Quite frankly, I wasn't paying attention at that point. I voted my conscience, what I thought was best for the state, and now unfortunately, I'm regretting that decision.